Hi everyone! Welcome back to our vlog, and for today's video, another travel vlog that I'm going to discuss to you, and I'm going to provide to you all the information if you wanted to climb a mountain. Alright, so right now, what I'm going to show you is how we get to the highest mountain here in the Philippines. The first climb that I did was last 2014 or I think 2015. So what we did is actually a mega traverse, which is the highest mountain in the Philippines, the Mount Apo. And then the second one is the Mount Talomo, that is the second highest mountain in Mindanao or in Davao. And then the third is Mount Zion. So yeah, that's it. Tas ano yun? Mega Traverse, Talomo, Apo, and Zion.
Oh, nice kayo eh.
And
Sorry ko,
this is actually one of the toughest climb in Mindanao. So by that time, sobrang virgin pa ako sa mountains or sa pamumundok. So wala pa akong idea on how difficult the mountain is. Every time that you're going to climb a mountain, you physically fit, and also you need to physically and mentally fit as well, because it's really hard to climb mountains if hindi ka focus dun sa ginagawa mo, lalo na pag mga major hike katulad nung ginawa namin last 2014 or 15. My friend, right now he's already a race director, but before we traveled a lot in Mindanao, and then after we did the mega traverse, we also climbed the Mount Matutum, which located in Cotabato. So that's also the highest mountain in Cotabato. So really sobrang sakit yung mga pinagagawa namin before. But anyways, guys, so we conquered the Talomo, Apo, Zion Mega Traverse last 2015 pala. And we conquered and completed all that mountains with my friend. And then Mount Apo, actually one of the as you can see, toughest mountain here in the Philippines, and also the highest mountain or the grandfather mountain here in sa Pinas. Alright, so now after that, sobrang tagal bago tayo nakabalik sa Mount Apo. And then November also nag-climb tayo sa Mount Apo. And this vlog included the DIY on how you can climb the Mount Apo, guys. So if you're going to plan to do the solo travel or solo climb, first thing that you need to do is of course have some registration or reservation through the DNR. So, kailangan yung mag-contact or makipag-communicate sa DNR ng Mount Apo para makaklimb kayo doon. And then, you need to get a guide, registered guide, para masecure yung climb nyo. Kasi, kailangan may slot kayo, wala silang walk-in. Kailangan like a month or 2 to 3 months, kailangan may registration na kayo doon para yung slot nyo naka-reserve na talaga siya. And you need to provide them or deposit a down payment, which is the amount of 1,000 pesos. Together with that, the guide fee is 4,500, which is for 5 person na siya. And then for 3 days na. So, in my case, since I do solo travel or solo climb, that's why kailangan kong magbayad ng full amount sa guide. So, solo ko lang yon. And then, aside from that, you need to get a porter, which is 15 kilos. Yun yung maximum or minimum nila. Sa 15 kilos na yon is 2,400. And the excess baggage or kilo will be 225 for 3 days. So, for example, 15 kilos and then 16 kilos yung magiging paporter nyo. So, mag-a-add na lang kayo ng 225 na entire 3 days na yon sa climb nyo. And then, aside from that, mayroon din silang registration sa Lake Venado campsite, which is 500 pesos. And then, sa Kulan, meron din silang fees, registration fees, which is 50 pesos. Kung mag-solo climb ka and hindi ka kukuha ng organizer or group na pwede kang mag-joiner, you need also to get foods, or kailangan mong mag-grocery ng foods para sa guide mo and para sa porter mo. And then, of course, before that, kailangan mong mag-book in advance. Pag galing ka sa Manila going to Davao, so you need to book a ticket or airfare. So, nakuha ko lang siya around 1,000 pesos. So, 2,000 round trip na yon from Manila to Davao, Davao to Manila. Kailangan mong mag-book in advance. So, kung may mga piece of fare, yun, take advantage of that. Alright? So, aside from that, what I actually have planned is to complete the provinces in Davao, which is the Davao de Oro, Davao del Sur, Davao del Norte, Davao Occidental, and Davao Oriental. But sad to say, after we climbed the highest mountain in the Philippines, which is the Mount Apo, ang napuntahan lang natin is yung na-side tripan natin is yung Dahican. Dahican sa Mati, sa Davao de Oro, which is the Awao Falls. And then, yun lang yung napuntahan natin kasi sobrang limited lang yung time natin. So, 8 days ko siya ginawa, guys. Since Mount Apo is the highest mountain in the Philippines, right? So, kailangan natin ng preparation to climb Mount Apo. From ka lang going to Ecoland. And then from there, sinundo na tayo ng guide natin. Since solo climb lang naman ako, nag-commute kami. So, from Kulan to Digos to Kapatagan. From there, kompleto na yung mga gamit namin, yung foods and everything. And we already have tent and lahat ng gamit namin pang lamig. Syempre malamig sa taas ng bundok. So from there, kumain lang kami ng saglit and then naghabal-habal na going to the jump off. So from Kapatagan to jump off, it will cost you 200 pesos sa habal-habal. So total expenses sa lahat ng nagastos natin to climb Mount Apo is a total of 9,000 or 8 to 9,000 with foods na yon kung solo climb ka lang. Pero kung gusto nyo naman ng with friends, katulad nung last time na umakyat kami, DIY din. And then, we're 6 person na umakyat sa Mount Apo. Together with the van na, gumastos lang kami ng around 5 to 6K. So, much better if may mga friends kayo na gustong umakyat sa Mount Apo. By the way pala guys, nag-organize din ako ng mga client kung gusto niyo rin naman na umakyat sa Mount Apo, pwede naman din na umakyat tayo. Kung gusto niyo, i-subscribe niyo yung ating page, which is the Dream Adventure page. So, nandun lahat ng mga event na pwede niyo pong i-avail. But anyways, kung gusto niyo ng DIY, which is makakamura talaga kayo, pag solo climb kayo, 8,000 to 9,000, included na yung foods sa guide and for you as well. And also for the porter na. So, lahat na yun ng expenses kasama na. Pero pag gusto niyo naman na with the person or with friends, yun, mas cheapest siya kasi yung guide fee and yung porter fee, paghahati-hatian nyo yun. So, alright, maura to ang atong expenses sa ating Mount Apo climb. So, after the jump off, you're going to proceed to Kulan. So, from Kulan, medyo tinanghali na kami. Pagdating sa Kulan, guys, at gabi na kayo or hapon na kayo nakarating doon, ikakat na nila kayo kasi hindi na kayo makakarating sa Camp 1. Medyo struggle na since gabiin na. So, what we did is, nag-decide mi nga magstay na lang ta dito sa Kulan. Dito mi nag-stay for a night. And then, dito namin nag-prepare ng food namin for dinner. And after that, of course, kailangan yung maaga matulog or matugmo og sayo para may lakas kayo or you have strength to climb the highest mountain of the Philippines. Traditional trail lang naman yung ginawa namin, pero it's include the Lake Venado. So, Mount Apo with Santa Cruz Trail or circuit, since we're going to include the Lake Venado and then jump off again to Kulan. So, after that, around mga 3 a.m., nag-start trek na kami. Or 2 a.m., nag-start trek na kami. And then, medyo masakit siya. Even if hindi siya traverse or anything. It's just a circuit. But, it's still pamaol jud. It hurts guys. So anyways, after that we did the Camp 1 and then from Camp 1 parang dinire-diretso namin, hindi na kami nag-tent, which is dapat ang campsite is Camp 1. So nag-proceed na kami sa boulders, and then to the plan was actually to the summit na. So dapat from Camp 1, Summit, and then Lake Venado, dun kami magka-camp. Kasi i-compress namin yung days. Instead of 3 days, dapat 2 days lang. But anyways, after that, hindi na talaga kinaya ng tuhod ko and sobrang gabi na rin siya. So we decided to do the emergency camp. The emergency camp is actually in White Sand bago mag-summit. So parang 15 to 20 minutes na sa summit ka na. But what we did is, nagstay muna kami dun for a night. And then, we decided to just pitch a tent and then leave it for tomorrow. So, much better naman yung ginawa namin since emergency camp.
Diyan sila dumaan? Bukas pa yan. Bukas pa yan sila. Bukas pa na.
Mga emergency lang talaga. So, ang ginawa namin is, after that, nag-dinner lang, and then kinabukasan, sobrang ganda ng clearing namin, as in, sobrang perfect. The sunrise, the sea of clouds, and everything. So, break camp lang, and then nag-breakfast, and all. And that's it. So, we already heading to the summit, and marami kang makikilalang mga friendship doon. So, marami din palang mga organizer na nagpapakline sa Mount Apo. Yung Lakaw ni Pau, isa yun sa nag-ampun sa akin doon. So, sila yung nag-provide ng mga foods. Then, and thankful ako dahil ang daming mababait na guide and porter sa Mount Apo. Sobrang isa siya sa pinaka-the best na experience na-experience ko, since sobrang, aside sa maganda yung clearing, sobrang friendly ng mga tao sa Mount Apo. Hindi na siya bago sa akin kasi naakyat ko na siya before, but before, binagyo kasi kami yung bagyong Dodong year 2015. So, hindi masyadong masaya yung climb that time. But now, binigyan tayo ni Lord ng sobrang gandang clearing, as in sobrang the best, perfect. Sobrang perfect siya. So, from the Digos Peak, bababa muna kayo kasi nakapag-summit na tayo. From crater to summit, and then baba kayo to another peak, which is from Digos Peak to the main or mother peak, and then to the Cotabato Peak. So, nahati siya sa tatlo, Davao del Sur, Davao City, and Cotabato City. Yun yung ni Mount Apo, sa sobrang malawak talaga yung Mount Apo.
Natural.
Natural. Natural park. Ano ba yun? Nawala
Braces
na
na
ako
ba?
kasi tatlong peak yung inakyat namin. Cotabato. Alright, so thank you. Thank you po.
Climb to the main peak, and then after the main peak, climb to, or baba ulit, and then climb to the Cotabato Peak. So that's it, guys. After that, nag-rest lang kami ng konti kasi inulan talaga. Ganun kasi si Mount Apo, parang 8 a.m. sobrang ganda ng clearing, and then mawawala yung clearing niya, hindi na talaga siya babalik the entire day na yun. So the next day na ulit mag-aantay kayo. Pero kung sasabihin nyo na mag-aantay kayo ng clearing, after the clearing na, bibigyan lang kayo ng clearing saglit, and dapat take the opportunity pag may clearing na kasi wala na talaga after that. So after we finished the 3 summit or 3 peaks, we decided to go down to Lake Venado. So from the summit to Lake Venado, it depends on the pacing ha. Pero sa amon, nakuha naman siya ng mga mga 1 to 2 hours, or no, 2 to 3 hours from the summit going down. But it depends. Sometimes kasi kaya nilang gawing 45 minutes lang or 1 hour. But kami parang 2 hours namin kinuha going to the Lake Venado campsite. So from there, the campsite itself, sobrang amazing, sobrang the best experience. At marami tayong mga new friendship na nakilala doon. And sobrang nag-banding talaga. Lahat ng mga guides, lahat ng mga porters, lahat ng mga mountaineers doon. Kasi may socials sa gabi, which is after the dinner, nagsusocials talaga and nagkukwento sa buhay-buhay, ganyan. Anyway, sobrang ganda ng Lake Venado. Yung mirror ng Mount Apo, magre-reflect siya dun sa Lake Venado. So, if you're going, or if you have plans to climb Mount Apo, you need to, or you must experience the Lake Venado as well. So, yon, dun kami nag-campsite, and dun kami nag-pitch ng tent, and then after pitching the tent, that rest na, kinabukasan guys, dun na yung sobrang best feeling kasi yung sunrise, the everything, all the mountaineers na nagpo-photoshoot, yun. Kasi, sobrang the best experience ang Lake Venado actually. So, after that, since sobrang ganda ng clearing namin, and ang ganda talaga ng reflection ng Lake Venado, I can't help it, parang ayoko nang umalis dun sa Lake Venado, but we need to move on and we need to go down. So from there to the Century Tree, which is one of the famous or tourist attraction din ng Mount Apo.
So guys, nasolo natin ang Century Tree kasi yung batch 1 nilakaw na, kita na po dere, mag-rest lang ta ng konti, mga 3 minutes, and then we're going down na pod. So, nagpicture ta dere sa Century Tree.
Going down is mandatory and we need to go down talaga. Much better kung makakababa kayo ng hindi pa gabi. So, nakababa kami around mga 2 p.m. From there, 9 a.m. kami nag-start trek going down or 10. So, nakababa kami ng alas 2, nasa jump off na kami. Good thing na may nakasabay akong porter. Siya yung sinabayan ko kasi yung guide ko. Siya na rin yung porter ko. So, ang bigat ng dala niya. Thank you pala kay Roldan Barrientos. Siya yung guide ko since nung 2015 up until now. Siya pa rin yung kinukontak kong guide pag mag-climb sa Mount Apo. So, before you go down to Kulan jump off, makikita mo yung mga farm na mga sayote, mga carrots, lahat ng mga vegetables ng mga locals doon, which is sobrang ganda rin ng view going down. So may enjoy mo siya. And meron pala silang options if you wanted to do the habal-habal or yung horse na mararide nyo going down to Kulan. Kasi from the farm to Kulan, parang 30 to 45 minutes pa. So what we did is actually naglakad lang kami going to Kulan and then wait for our guide there, and that's it. So aside from that, guys, pala, since ang plan ko is to finish the 6 or 5 provinces in Davao, so after the climb, I decided to book hostel or the 350 backpackers hostel in Mexico, or what's that? In Mexico or Di Morbi, which is only 350 to 450 lang per 12 hours. So, much cheaper siya. Pero may mga Acacia Hotel naman sa Davao, may mga Avida, may mga condotel na rin sila doon. So, pwede kayong mag-inquire kung gusto niyo ng mas magandang hotel. Meron din hotel sa mismong Ecoland. Ang sabi kay Duterte daw yun. And one of my friends nag-stay there is malinis naman daw siya. So, goods na yun. So, from the next day, I decided to go to Dahican, which is in Mati. So, in Mati, actually, I decided to go to Dahican in Mati, which is Davao Oriental, Dahican Resort. Yun yung isa sa pinuntahan ko to complete my provinces or the 82 provinces in the Philippines. And the only cost that I did is just the bus fare and then konting pagkain. So, yung bus fare is 6 to 7 hours, or the time na kailangan nyo mag-alat.
That's very good
6 to 7 hours. So, you need to make sure na magbibiyahe kayo ng madaling araw para mas masulit nyo yung pagstay nyo sa Dahican. So, 450 to 600 pesos yung bus niya going there. And then, back and forth. So, mga 900 pesos lang. And then, yung pagdating nyo sa from Davao City, Ecoland pa rin, going to Dahican terminal, may mga habal-habal na doon na pwede kayong i-tour the entire Dahican or the entire Mati. So, from there, dinala niya ako sa Dahican Resort and then konting photoshoot lang and then nag-ikot-ikot lang ako saglit dun sa mismong city nila. So, I decided to go back to Davao City that day. So, from there, nag-stay ulit ako sa backpackers hotel, and then after that, kinabukasan, yung guide ko, may kakilala siya na nagmumotor din, yung friend namin na si Christina. So, sinamahan niya ako to visit or to explore the Awao Falls, which is located in Davao de Oro. So, Davao de Oro pala originally is Compostela Valley before, and now pinalitan na siya ng Davao de Oro to to have own province na. So, Compostela Valley before, Davao de Oro ngayon, and sobrang the best din yung experience dun sa falls ng Davao de Oro, guys. It's really amazing. Medyo pricey lang yung motor na nirentahan namin. It cost us like 1,200, but it's balikan na. And good thing na tips pala pag nag-travel kayo going there, kailangan may sarili kayong sasakyan para mas goods yung travel nyo. Kasi pag mag-commute talaga kayo, aabutin kayo ng kinabukasan. Lalo na sa tulad ko na limited lang yung time. So, the whole day, nag-Davao de Oro kami. Siguro, from Tagum. Kasi ang ginawa ko, Ecoland, and then dun kami nag-meet up sa Tagum. So, from Ecoland to Tagum, it cost us 170 the fare or pamasahe sa bus. And then, from there, minute na niya ako. Tapos, yun, tinur na niya ako around Awao Falls. So, from Tagum to Awao Falls or Davao de Oro, approximately mga 4 to 5 hours. Ganun kahaba yung biyahe. And then, after that, sobrang nag-enjoy kami and konting swimming, and then, go back to Davao City as well. So, that's it for our vlog. That's actually a DIY travel, guys. Expenses for Dahican cost me 1,100, and then for Awao Falls 1,600 in total. Tapos parang two times ako nag-hostel, parang it cost me like 1,000 pesos. So a total expenses if you're going to do what the itinerary that I have for 3 provinces or 4 provinces na already. So you can siguro yung mga budget no without the airfare will be just 15k, 15 to 20k. Yun on. So, much better if mas mura yung airfare nyo para mas makasave kayo guys. Alright? So, thank you so much for the love and support. And that's all for our videos today. And please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Kadreamer. And please click the notification bell. Alright, thank you. Bye-bye for now.